Connecticut.
Oh, here's a little story of a mom and dad.
She's no Angelina.
Yeah, and he's not Brad. Raising lots of kids from all over the world. 3 bad boys. That's the girl. Sam and Andrew, it's important to mention, were born in New York City via 2 C-sections. Matea was adopted in 2005. She came from Guatemala.
She's chica alive.
Ethiopia called in 2008. Adopted 3 siblings, Jared, Ella, and Grace. Adopted again in 2011. Ella came from Ukraine. Now we have 7.
That is adorable, and it's just one family's little song about the adoptions in their family, and there are so many similar stories across the country. November marks National Adoption Month. The truth of the matter is, so many kids right here in Connecticut need loving forever homes, and to talk more about adoption in Connecticut, we are joined by Governor Dannel Malloy and Commissioner of the DCF, Joette Katz, with the Department, as I said, of Children and Families. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, this is a big month for adoption in Connecticut. It was just a huge day just last Friday. 40 kids were adopted here at the state capitol. It's exciting, right?
It's a great day at the Capitol. I mean, a lot of noise, and a lot of folks are very happy. In many cases, couples who have not had children before adopting their first and perhaps only child, and then others who are bringing additional children into their existing family. So it's a great day. In fact, when we were off air, I told you the story. A couple came to see me from Stamford on that day, on Friday, knocked on the door and came in. We did pictures.
Right.
On Sunday, I saw them in a parade. It was the cutest thing, beautiful child. But what we really want to see in Connecticut is more of our children adopted in-state, and that's what we're working for. Commissioner Katz has done an unbelievable job in reshaping our approach to how we treat children who are having some level of difficulties in their life. We have about 25 children who are cleared for adoption right now. Some of those are older, some of those are younger, but everybody deserves a mom and a dad and a family.
A loving home.
A loving home. So we're trying to do that, and we're doing other things. We're making sure that more of our kids stay in state. We're making sure that more of our kids are placed with a family member. If they have to be removed from a home, we'd rather they go to an aunt or a grandmother or a cousin, somebody they know. Joette really has just done an unbelievable job. Couldn't be prouder of her work or that of the department.
And Joette, talk a little bit more about the changes that DCF has gone through since you took over, since the Malloy administration.
Thank you. Well, first I want to thank the governor for his unwavering support in all of these initiatives. When I took over, we had about 370 kids out of state. We are down to 30 currently who are being served out of state. We had we had almost 4,900 children for whom I was the statutory parent. We're down to 3,900, so that's incredibly an incredible improvement. We had close to 30% of our kids in congregate care. We're down to 22%. My goal is 10%. Children should not be raised in group settings or institutions. I go around the state telling everyone should have, every child should have breakfast with the person who put them to bed the night before. It's just that simple. So I raise my biological children, and that's what I want for my DCF children. So I am the statutory parent for 3,900 kids, and I would like to see them all reach permanency. Foster homes, and then adopted homes.
Yeah, that's a big thing. This opportunity to be a foster parent is an amazing experience. I'm constantly meeting folks who it's been a life-changing experience for them, bringing a young person into their home, and then quite frankly to get a young person out of a congregate or a group home and into an individual home where they're getting the attention and the emotional support that they deserve.
The family environment.
And then people find out that they love this person, and the relationship develops, and frequently we end up with an adoption. Not always, but we want to have more kids stay in homes in Connecticut. That's really a big emphasis of ours.
Now, Joette, there is a great need for adopting kids who are a little bit older, teenagers.
Teenagers, that's right. 90% of our children in congregate settings, and what I mean by congregate is split shift. They are teenagers, and they're all ready and able and willing to be a member of a family. When people say, oh, someone's not ready to be a family, you're born into a family. So that's just the wrong way of looking at it. There are supports. Some of the children have some challenges, some of them, not all certainly, and the department is there to help. This is not just a drive-by fly where we drop children at people's homes and say, okay, bye, see ya. We are there for the long haul. We provide financial supports. We put kids through college. I have 650 children in universities right now, which is phenomenal. We provide mental health support, educational support. We are there for the long haul. We want to make sure that these children get what they need and what they deserve.
Talk a little bit about the logistics of the process. If somebody is considering it, they've been thinking about it for a while, they're just not sure how much it's going to cost, if they're eligible, if they qualify. You know, if they should explore the options, you know, as a private adoption agency for a younger child, a toddler, an infant, or if they should go with a teenager.
First, let me begin by saying they should call 1-888-KID-HERO. Again, 888-KID-HERO. And you'll be walked through the entire process. And, you know, we try and figure out where people are and what is best suited for them at the point of their entry into the system. So there's a lot of training. Again, we want to make sure that people know what they're getting into, because the worst thing you can do to a child is move them every few months when it doesn't work out. So we really train, we evaluate. We don't just do a walkthrough. It's a lengthy process. Sometimes it can take 10 weeks, and it really should. People should know what they're getting into, and we're there with them. And then from that point, when a child is placed, and there are all different kinds of levels. There are people who say we only want infants. There are people who say we want middle schoolers, we want teenagers, depending upon where people are in their lives. There are two women I want to highlight. One is Carolyn Gilbert. She was a foster parent for 43 years. She fostered 110 children and adopted 2. And another one is Marilyn Dexter. She fostered for 48 years, cared for more than 100 children, and adopted 6. And these two women got children at all different stages of their lives. Obviously, as I said, they adopted some. They remained a permanent resource for that child. And more often than not, the child went back to the family, which was great, which is the other thing you really hope to be able to accomplish, frankly, that these children are not removed permanently, that they're removed for a period of time to allow the parents to get what they need to be able to then parent their children in a safe environment. And foster, so people can do all different kinds of things. There really is no one-size-fits-all.
Well, 2 amazing women right there that you just mentioned.
Absolutely.
Made a difference in so many young people's lives. Well, we have more information on our website. Of course, we thank you very much for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
And for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Thanks so much.
Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Coming up next here on Morning Extra, we have a lot.